exploring the unknown.
Daring to embark on a journey with all these unknown individuals and an itinerary as yet unclear, plus the high level of responsibility for one's own actions, posed a great challenge for many students. There was space for regular status assessments. When and on what occasions did my motivation rise? When and where did it fall? What influenced it? What can we learn from this? All participants reported becoming more courageous and self-confident, as well as acquiring stronger attitudes as future change agents and as and entrepreneurs. For many it was a new realization that learning can and may be fun, and that the presence or absence of joy, vibrancy and emotional impact can be markers of quality in learning. Embarking upon a process with an unclear destination, however, posed an unusual and in part also unsettling, in a productive sense, challenge. These elements offered a new facet of university education and personal development. At our first joint meeting, we had difficulty communicating at first. Everyone seemed to have different expectations for the project. We couldn't even agree on how to accommodate the different components we had used to select this group. That was my personal assessment at the start of the first joint meeting. That's why I was slightly frustrated at the beginning, because I am someone who likes to have an overview and an idea of the working structure as early as possible. In a matter of minutes the frustration started to dissolve. I had to remember something I had learned on the first day of the seminar, namely that it's important to be aware of the different competencies that each one of us has. Everyone had different points of view and ways of addressing the project, plus different motivations and visions. One couldn't see all that at the beginning, but this thought made me more open to all the ideas. What I especially valued on our team was that it was clear to everyone that each one of us has a different point of view. Everyone was open for the ideas of the others, which inevitably led to my having a lot of fun in the group. Everyone felt at ease and at home in the group. No one felt like they weren't understood or that they weren't able to contribute enough. I hadn't experienced this type of teamwork before. Communication during the preparation for the event was excellent. We mastered it all in a very short period of time with a minimum of stress. Not because we had planned well, but because the communication worked. Right in keeping with the subject, a learning journey, we didn't know at the beginning what all we would encounter on this trip, and as a consequence we simply had to take things as they came. Or in other words, we both could and had to decide on our own for the most part which direction we wanted to take next. Learning journeys are designed conceptually to be inductive. As such, knowledge and theory on the core topics, such as value-based and sustainable management, entrepreneurship as an attitude, gender and diversity, team building, leadership, project development, marketing of topics, are provided in structured form, but reinforced primarily at points when relevant questions are articulated by participants in conjunction with an interest or recognizable problem. In this context, it proved very important to set up an intensive ring of external experts and coaches who could be approached and included as additional resource persons throughout our journey. A dialogue-based and interactive method of getting to know others at the start set the signal for this external guidance on the journey. From different fields of practical experience, these experts represent additional resonance chambers for relevant topics of the learning journey and for the team's questions. For their part, the experts have the opportunity from time to time to have the students take the role of colleagues and reflect on the challenges they face in their entrepreneurial routines. This role switch reinforces recognition of a dialogue-oriented learning approach based on mutual exchange, and also promotes new ideas and self-confidence on the part of the students. Not infrequently, these exchanges served as launching points for future joint activities. Enterprises and projects developed on the learning journeys include proposals for activating intercultural neighborhoods and enhancing residential environments, programs to foster social competencies in schools, and sustainable management of community-owned resources, commons, such as drinking water. Platforms were devised that give away, market or lend social ideas, instead of selling them, and thus professionalize a critical attitude toward consumption. Many ideas found application essentially in participants' own backyards, others were coupled with global reference. Some were motivated by a pronounced social business aspect, others focused primarily on social profit. All the teams drew impetus from actual practice, and thus also impetus for further development. They all drew on a common experience of societal problems and situations of exclusion or discrimination as challenges and creative sources for generating ideas for social entrepreneurship.